share a little bit about what I've been developing with FieldFlow and what I've been calling systemic self-leadership, which, I mean, Omar knows me from MSLS, and small disclaimer for the people watching, I also know Margot. She's actually also my mother, and I've taken a 3-year healing and reading course from her a few years ago, something that she has been teaching professionally for over 20 years. So this systemic layer for me partially came up as a term really during my master's in strategic leadership towards sustainability, which Omar knows me from as well. And on a scientific way, it points to how we are all interconnected and how everything is part of one big web of life, and how we can call that interconnectedness complexity. Now, on another level, more meditative layer, working with your own energy field and the flow of your own energy. I've learned a lot from Margot over the last, you could say, 10 years that I've actively listened to her on these topics, you could say. And this systemic layer really relates to sort of the integral consciousness, the integral awareness of ourselves, the embodiment, mindfulness, the presence that we can bring into a situation and lead, in the first place, ourselves in relation to ourselves, and then in relation to others, and in relation to the context, the process, the whole that we are interacting with. So for me, bringing that back to the self-leadership points to the fact that we have that freedom in ourselves to approach, to interact in the way that we feel is constructive to the world, as well as pointing to the fact that it starts with sort of the small self, but extends to the social self in the sense of self that extends towards other people, and also the space around us, you could say. And with that extends the responsibility of bringing flow and harmony and good energy into that space from the self towards others, towards the larger field, as I would see it. So that in a nutshell.